Hello and welcome back to part 2 of my little MHGU series. Today we will be covering guard points and parries. So without further ado, let's get started. For starters, a guard point is an animation in your attack string where your hunter is invulnerable to incoming attacks while enabling you to continue your attacks without dodging. This mechanic was introduced in MH4U as a Charge Blade exclusive, but with the addition of Brave it is not anymore. I will cover the new Brave points later. For now, let's stick to the Charge Blade. The two guard points I show you now are shared across all styles. While transforming your blade into an axe with either R and X or the special button minus. And while transforming back into blade form with R or the special button minus, while in axe form you will be able to guard unharmed. These two moves can be chained indefinitely. This next guard point is shared across all styles with the exception of Brave. There are 3 ways to perform it. Press X 3 times in a row. Do a roll followed by 2 times X. Or press X after any sidestep. Striker and Adept have a 4th guard point. For Striker, your unsheathing attack gets a guard point, and once unsheathed if you press X and A. For Adept you get 1 while holding A in sword mode. Lastly, there is one more style to cover. Brave. Brave gets no guard points outside of Brave, but once you're in it the fun can start. Your main 2 guard points are back and a little bonus. Each evade gets a guard point, meaning as long as you have stamina you can chain them, and use them to reposition safely. This covers Charge Blade, but there are 2 more weapons that get a guard point, but only in Brave style. Gunlance gets a guard point in and outside of Brave by reloading with R and A. Lance gets 1 only in Brave by pressing X and A with your weapon out. Some attacks cannot be guard pointed with your default guard point, but for those attacks there are 2 armor skills in the game. Guard 1 and 2 decrease your knockback and chip damage, and Guard Up lets you block attacks that were previously unblockable like beams. And finally, there are 2 hunter arts that have a guard point. Dragon Blast and AA Flare. With guard points out of the way, let's move on to our final guard options in the video. Adept guards and counters. Lance, Charge Blade, and Gunlance get a different blocking animation when played in Adept style. If an attack hits your shield during that wiggle animation, it acts like a guard point and you can counterattack. In practice it looks something like this. To block special attacks you will still need Guard Up. Now on to our last point. Counters. There are only 2 weapon and style combinations in the game that are able to counter. The first one is the Brave Longsword. To counter you have to press R and X and A with your weapon sheathed or R with your weapon out. You also need to be in Brave and have enough spirit gauge, otherwise you will still perform the move but there will be no counterpoint. The second one are Brave Dual Blades. For their counter you have to press R and X and A while your weapons are sheathed and R when they are out. You have to be in Brave and have enough stamina for it to work. And as a bonus, for every successful counter with dual blades your sharpness will slightly restore. And now I'm finally done with this part. Thanks for watching and enjoy the showcase.